Milwaukee police have been issuing more and more traffic citations ever since the department formed the Traffic Safety Unit just 2 years ago. But municipal court data shows just a fraction of those fines are actually being paid.
So is this enforcement making a difference? It's a good question. And in tonight's Project Drive Safer report, TMJ4's year-long commitment to curb reckless driving, Ben Jordan talks to Milwaukee's presiding judge, a driver, and the police chief.
For the past 2 years, Milwaukee police data shows the department has issued more speeding tickets than ever before. David Cooper was caught going 21 miles per hour over the limit last summer, so he showed up to municipal court to pay this $149 fine.
Definitely checked my driving since then because I wouldn't want to come back.
While David says money out of his pocket was enough to change his driving behavior, municipal court data shows nearly half of the speeding tickets issued from 2020 through 2022 have yet to be paid. The court notes tickets issued late last year aren't past due yet, but records show more than 8,000 speeding tickets from the 2 years prior remain outstanding. The court is also awaiting payments on 77% of reckless driving citations issued during the same time period.
The proof is in the numbers.
David questions whether traffic tickets are an effective deterrent for those who refuse to pay the fine.
I mean, you do something against law, you got to be punished in a way, but there's got to be more strategies of how to go about and get a better response from the public to take care of those, what we're calling punishments.
Phil Chavez is a presiding judge at Milwaukee Municipal Court. As a municipal judge, would you urge people to pay their traffic citations?
Absolutely. Goodness, yes.
Judge Chavez says the consequence of not complying with the court usually ends up costing drivers much more in the long run.
Job opportunities, insurance, things of that nature as well.
Do you think most people don't realize that?
I guarantee they don't. I guarantee they don't see all of the things that could actually come out of this.
Judge Chavez says if the driver cited refuses to pay or respond to the court after several notices to appear, state law requires their license to be automatically suspended for a year. And the fines don't just go away. Once they're past due, a collections agency gets involved and municipal court notifies Wisconsin's Department of Revenue to intercept the amount from the person's state tax returns.
In my courtroom, I always give everybody an opportunity. If they have a situation where either they can't pay, they need a little more time, there's personal situations that come up, I can work with you with that. But come in and talk to me.
Chavez says the harshest penalty Milwaukee Municipal Court can impose for neglecting a traffic violation is suspending the person's driving privileges. But he acknowledges that punishment doesn't always work.
You can still get behind the wheel. Nothing's stopping them from doing that.
So what, we just throw the baby out with the bathwater?
In an interview last week with Milwaukee Police Chief Jeff Norman, he told me he believes traffic citations lead to accountability for a majority of people who are pulled over. He says MPD won't be letting up when it comes to traffic enforcement. Is it an effective deterrent for those who don't care about getting a ticket?
So there's always challenges of dealing with those who want to be stubborn with their illegal or their criminal behavior. And that's where using other tools, unregistered vehicles are being towed. We have over several hundred towed. Dealing with individuals who refuse to pay their citations, we have 2 lawsuits that's already been enacted, and there's more to come.
Back at municipal court, Judge Chavez says if you can't afford to pay the ticket in full right away, there are alternatives. They offer payment plans as little as $20 every 3 months, or you can do community service in lieu of the fine. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.